Hello everybody, my name is Jikichuza Kim. I'm here to tell you about a game named VR Chat. It's a social game basically where you guys can chat and interact with friends. But today I'm here to talk about Drama Court. And uh today I'm here to talk about motions. So motions is like a request. You want to request to the judge saying that you want this or you want that. So here's a list of motions that you guys can say towards the judge for any form of request that could be accepted or denied. Motion to amend complaint or answer. This is, I guess, to request to modify the initial complaint or answer to reflect changes or corrections. This could be used to, let's say, for example, keep in mind, by the way, that motions can be motion must be accepted by both parties unless the judge considers as um agreed upon or on themselves. So a motion to amend a complaint or answer. If they want to change any form of initial complaint, then the other party must agree to change that with it. So that's something that could be used. A motion for continuance. Request to delay the trial or proceedings due to unexpected circumstances or inadequate preparations. Uh, so if they know for sure, if they know for sure that we see something that's unethical or unlogical towards the attorney, then they can actually motion for continuance, or they could just be like, Your Honor, can we motion for delay the trial because Your Honor, my daughter is sick and I need to tend to her because there's nobody else except me. And if you're an attorney and you are, here's the thing, if you're an attorney and you hear that kind of motion for continuance, unless you find something shady, then you might want to accept that continuance because you want to look good towards the judge to show that you're a very reasonable lawyer. So that's why. So motion for continuance, you want to call for delayed trial because under unfortunate circumstances like that. Motion to dismiss, have the case dismissed due to legal defects, lack of jurisdiction, or other grounds. Like I said, if you see something shady and you see that and you caught that to the judge, that is can be a motion to dismiss because whatever. Another thing you can actually say for that is motion to disqualify counsel, request to remove opposing counsel due to conflicts of interest or other ethical concerns. Let's say, for example, the person that you're going against as a co-counsel, like say for example you are a leading attorney and the opponent is a co-counsel of the same law firm. Your Honor, can we have a motion to disqualify this counsel because this person is regarding conflicts of interest? This person is the same law firm as me, and yet they're representing the advocating party. That's not good for them. So you want to disqualify counsel for sure. Motion for expert witness disclosure. This is like I mentioned before. If you are a witness and you say something of an expert field, from my previous video of a objections, then you guys can state for expert witness to label them as expert witness. Motion for mistrial. This is the same like motion to dismiss, but it can be used to be declared invalid and start over due to serious error or misconduct. This could be something used for uh because you know somebody in the court did something wrong or whatever, then we could just go for mistrial and just go for new trial, which is something which is next one, motion for new trial, request for new trial due to error, misconduct, newly discovered evidence. It's self-explanatory for the next one, so it's kind of like works for each other. Mistrial and new trial. Motion for preliminary injunction, request to prevent a certain action or behavior before the case is resolved. Now, I believe is for this one is in case things like things like certain things like they want to request a certain add-on or they want to request a certain redirect in this case, right? I believe that's what it is. You can actually request a motion for a preliminary injunction to prevent it from happening. So otherwise the case is going to be resolved. That's it. Motion to quash, request to nullify, render void a subpoena or court order if they want to bring in a witness that is not relevant or bring in a witness that is like highly conflict of interest. You can actually make a motion to quash. The motion to quash is very important in case things like you gotta have a special witness for you that's not been unknown yet. You're gonna know motion to quash because that is not something that can be rendered as a subpoena because we don't know about them yet, and especially if they could be irrelevant and yet something that's not important that's not been said to the court here right now. Unless the judge accepts it, then that can be motion to quash. Motion for recusal requests that the judge removed from the case due to bias or conflicts of interest. That's something obvious, self-explanatory. Motion to sanction, request for penalties against opposing party for misconduct or failure to follow court orders. Um, Basically, just follow court procedures and whatnot. You can motion for sanction if they fail to do so. Motion for summary judgment, request for judgment without a full trial, usually when there's no genuine dispute over the material facts. So let's say there's no proper evidence from the prosecution that the defense attorney can call for a summary judgment. Your Honor, we can ask for a summary judgment on this point. Motion to suppress evidence, request to exclude certain evidence from trial due to issues like Fourth Amendment violation or improper collections. This is like un, 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 unauthenticated photographs or unauthenticated possessions of photographs or video evidence. So that is why you can actually request a motion to suppress that evidence like that. Motion for temporary restraining order, request for emitting a temporary injunction to prevent imminent harm. This is what my favorite, because this one allows you to say if the person or defendant is throwing books at you, because we have books in that drama court. If they are throwing books, you can actually motion for temporary restraining order to restrict them from moving or restrict them from causing prevent imminent harm for future harm. So that's something you guys can motion for to make the funnies. So that is all the motions I believe that can be said. Like formal motions, you can actually say like improper formal motions, like motion to, let's say, recess. Recess is very common because you want to like call for a break. So recess is something like that. So if you guys like that, click that subscribe button. And once again, I'm not an attorney. I know people are looking like, dude, is this guy attorney? No, I'm not an attorney. I just look through these through various web sources. If you guys need legal advice, consult your nearest attorney to your nearest state. I just happen to just represent a VRC law firm for role play, which is something that all people should know based on their common law. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video, and as always, click the subscribe button, and as always, I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.